Today I'm going to teach you about a great tool to use for formative assessment. This tool is called Kahoot. I chose this tool because students love the format and because it is a game where they compete to answer the questions quickly and accurately. It gives a great data at the end, which is the areas that teachers should go over again and which areas students have mastered. It does this by giving the teacher a spreadsheet of the correct and incorrect responses when the game is over. You could use this tool in your class as a review game or just to check for understanding. I usually teach between the questions if the students incorrectly answer, and it pops up and shows you as you go. Let me show you how it works. So up at the top, if you are a teacher, you go to this create.kahoot.it. You can click on a new Kahoot here if you don't have one already, but I've already created one, so let me click on My Kahoots, and I will show you the Colonial Kahoot that I made for my students. So if you're playing with students, you'll go ahead and click Play. It pops up here and it shows this, you can pick if it's player to player, which means that every student has a device. You can also click on if it's team versus team, if you want them to be on teams and collaborate with one another. I'm going to click classic mode for now, and I have it on my phone so that it pops right up. So I'm going to click start. The teacher runs it. It is a live game, so students can't play at home. They have to play with the teacher in the room. So here it'll come up with a game pin and all the students have their device. You'll go ahead and tell the students to type in this game pin on their device so that they can be connected to the game. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in on mine, 862237. It'll then prompt the students to create a team name. I'm just going to type in mine as Team 1. And this game will only have one team today. So here is my Team 1. It pops right up on the screen. As a teacher, once all the students have put in their team name, you're going to push start. And then comes up with the questions. It comes up one at a time. You can read them out loud to the students or have the students read them. So it says, which of the following is not one of the 13 colonies? When it comes up on this student screen, they're just going to see the shape and the color. So it'll be red, blue, yellow, or green, and they'll click which one they think is the correct answer. So we know which one is not one of the 13 colonies. That would be Texas. So I'm going to click on that on my screen. Once all students have answered, it comes up with this graph that shows you how many students got the correct answer and how many students didn't. The correct answer always has a check right here. So as a teacher, if you see that a lot of students have answered red, you can go back and reteach that information and talk about why red is not the correct answer and why blue is. So I would click next, and it will come up between every question with the scoreboard. It shows students what ranking they are in the teams, so it'll tell them their score here, and in first place would be Team 1, obviously, because there's only one team, but otherwise there would be teams here, and it gives you more points for the faster you answer the question and the more accurate you are. So then I can click on next and it'll bring me to the next question. It goes through all the questions that way as the teacher runs the game. I'm going to go ahead and skip over to if I had completed the game. So here's where we go. If once the game is over, it gives them the feedback. I went ahead and just completed this game, and here as a teacher you can click save results. When you click that, you can either download it straight to your computer or you can save it to your Google Drive. I went ahead and saved it to my computer, so it's showing me in an Excel document. So here, usually it will show you what game you played, how many questions. It also shows you the overall percentage of performance. You can come down here. At the end, it gives them a feedback sheet that they fill out, so that'll usually be that information. But you can go down to the bottom to see these tabs. So there's a tab for overview, final scores, question summary, and then each question that they did. So here's our final scores. It'll give you all the teams. So this one was just me, so it is my team, how many points I got, how many answers I got correct, and how many I got incorrect. I got a few incorrect just to show you how this works. So this tells me that maybe these students don't need the reteaching, but if a student was a little lower, then they might need some extra reteaching. So I can go to the question summary here, and it will show you all the questions and the correct answers and the points that each team got on those questions. If I click on individual questions, then it's going to show me that. So this is the one that we went over, Texas, I got it right. It's showing you that I got it right here. But on question number 2, let's see. Also got that right. Question number 3, Team 1. I was Team 1. I answered that incorrectly. So I might need a little more help on this one. Because paper was scarce and expensive, what did the colonial people use to write? So maybe as a teacher, you would see that maybe they don't know what the word scarce means, or maybe they don't know what people would use to write with. You can go over and reteach that maybe as a small group, and that will help you guide your lessons. So I really love this game, and I think the students really love it because instead of feeling like they're learning, they feel like they're just playing a game, but really it is helping you reteach, and if they need to answer a question, if they answer it incorrectly, you can go back and fix it for them. And I usually stop in between each one and talk about it and make sure that all the students are understanding it. And students are also able to work in collaborative group, which helps them with their social skills a little bit, and I can put them in groups of 2 or 3, and they can talk about each question and then submit their answer. So I love this tool, and I hope that this helps with your formative assessments in your classroom. Again, it is called Kahoot. So if I click back on, you can see the website is create.kahoot.it.